Hey, what's going on, my little TisaTells? How y'all doing today? Well, if you are Kanye West, it looks like Bianca is a beautiful influence in your life. And guess what? As we can guess, Kim can't take it. We're going to talk about Kim and the way she raised the bar for the Met and might be kicking herself. But first of all, let's talk about Kanye and how he is doing better than anyone thought. He's even suing the people that descended like wolves to take advantage of him. For when I think he lost his mind, y'all. What am I talking about? Kanye West is hitting back at everybody that's been suing him for money and basically saying that they was taking advantage of someone that mentally wasn't all there. Now, listen, I want to say this. I'm not saying that I think when Kanye was acting a fool, he was having a nervous breakdown. I will say that if we find out that Kanye was having a nervous breakdown, I wouldn't be surprised. Y'all, first things first, how can we tell that Bianca has been a fantastic influence on Kanye West, or maybe just having a home and a muse and someone to love and support him? Again, Kim left him for her own reasons, but can we admit that Bianca looks real good on Kanye? For one, this is the best Kanye has looked in the last year. I don't know if you've seen Kanye, but the old Ye is coming back. Yes, I know he has that father time beard, but listen, let him do his thing because he's literally about, I don't even know what he's doing to Bianca's hair, but you know what? Sometimes you got to close your eyes and trust the process. You know what I'm saying? By the way, I just want to put out that Kanye is actually having an open call. He is having an open call for Yeezy Casting Part 2. Apparently the first casting, I don't know if y'all made the cut, but he's having Yeezy Casting Part 2. He wants people with shaved heads. It is today, 2 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is going to be at 923 East 3rd Street. Of course, in LA. If you're in the area, make their way down. They are looking for people. Now, Kanye has been all over downtown LA. He's been stopping, kissing babies, shaking hands. Everybody's saying the old Ye is back. Again, he is looking slim. He's looking chimp. He's looking calm. Dare I say, Kanye is back on his meds, and I don't even mean that as a drag. That is a beautiful thing to be. He even stopped by the life of Lil Vic, right? He stopped by the life of Little Vic. He even put on one of Little Vic's pack shirts. If you guys know what I'm talking about, please go to the life of Little Vic on Rome is a Pack. It's a beautiful thing. My whole point is he is out there doing what he does best, and that is connecting with the people, feeding off the energy, and getting ready for his new creative endeavor. Season 10 is coming. Kanye and Bianca are also collaborating on a clothing line. Okay, we got that out the way. If you can't stop by in downtown LA, please do. Okay, fine. Now let's get to the business about the way Kanye is now coming for everybody that took advantage of him in his precarious state. And you know what? I cannot blame Kanye at all, because as much as people, right? As much as people want to drag Kanye and everything he did, and don't get me wrong, yes, I was one of those people, and yes, I will still stand 10 toes down for dragging him over that dumb ish he said. Does he deserve to be completely ostracized and kicked off planet Earth? No, because a lot of y'all faves have done the same thing or worse. But I am saying that as much as we want to look down our noses as what Kanye did, and I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, can we talk about everybody that took advantage of him while he was losing his mind? Because think about it. Kanye, everybody could see, was spiraling out of control. This man lost $1 billion because he wouldn't shut his mouth. Who in their right mind would lose $1 billion all because you got something to say? Now, I know some of y'all might be like, oh, I'm proud of him that he stood 10 toes down. But let's actually be real. He had $1 billion. He could fight them a million other ways. He could have bought a whole new set. There's a million other ways you can fight injustice without losing your whole fortune. Let's talk about the people that descended upon him for his presidential campaign. Let's talk about the people that used him for styling and advice and all his creative genius, Kim Kardashian. Let's talk about all the friends that while he was going down were fine as long as they could feast off of it. They're not innocent either. As a matter of fact, Kanye is actually taking aim at his ex-business partner. This business partner had the nerve to try and sue Kanye for $5.4 million, okay? Kanye just hit back. Because if you didn't know, since Bianca's been around, right? Since Bianca's been around, Kanye literally hit back. He's lawyered up. He got some good lawyers. He is looking for real estate. Things seem like they're adding up. Kanye hit back and countersued this business partner, saying the divorce with Kim had me stressed. Plus, you did nothing, okay? You did nothing. Y'all, let's get into this. They said Kanye West says he never screwed his this is out of TMZ too. Kanye West said he never screwed his ex-business manager out of a payday in a new countersuit, firing back with claims their arrangement came about when he was stressed out in the middle of this divorce. Now, I will say this, right? Kanye obviously suffers from bipolar disorder, mania, whatever. Whether you think he needs to be medicated is not of the concern. I do think when Kanye says he was stressed out, he is basically saying, without taking his pride away, that he was in the middle of a manic episode. Listen to this. TMZ hip hop. Obtained docs filed by Kanye and his Yeezy brand, where he claims the deal he struck with Thomas St. John isn't enforceable because he signed it without help from a lawyer when he was sleep deprived, stressed, anxious, and under duress. Again, if you guys don't know, when it comes to any type of contract, you need three things. You need offer, consideration, and acceptance. Consideration is something that both people give up, but also both people gain. It can be anything to anybody, but both people must both give up and simultaneously gain something at the same time for it to be a valid contract. Once you have that, it's pretty much locked in stone, unless the contract can be void and null. What are some of those reasons? You signed it under duress. You weren't in the correct mental state. Kanye is basically trying to say the contract cannot be a legally binding contract, because even though we had offer, acceptance, and consideration, I was not in my full capacity and senses legally to enter into a contract. Listen, it's a smart business move, and judging from everything he says, yeah, it does look like this guy was taking advantage of someone that was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs at that time. No disrespect, but you know what I'm saying. They say, according to a lawsuit, Ye says he met St. John around March 22nd, and they sketched out a deal that would place him on a $300K monthly retainer. Now, he admits that the two met during one of his many social meltdowns, and that St. John swooped in as a respected biz manager who could steer the ship back on course. Again, we all see he couldn't do that, but part of the reason is because this, you know what, I'm not going to make jokes, because mental health is a very, very serious issue. And it is actually disgusting that in what we can see somebody melting down. Now, Kanye having a meltdown does not excuse him from a lot of stuff that he said, right? I know plenty of mentally ill people that don't turn anti-everybody. However, it needs to be said that these people did prey on a mentally ill person. Ye admits to signing a document with St. John in May 2022. He claims he did so without the presence and counsel of his lawyers. What was this guy doing? You literally took Kanye while he literally was burning down his kingdom. He's in the middle of rebuilding it. There were no lawyers, no one else present, and you really thought you had a legally binding contract? Okay. He claims he did so without the presence and counsel of his lawyers, and his high-profile divorce with Kim Kardashian was taking a serious toll, right? Look at this picture of Kanye and Kim they have on TMZ, right? I will say, Kanye and Kim were in error. When they were in love, they were in error, right? They really were. Ye, that's when, let me shut up. Ye says he also says the increased volume of paparazzi encounters amid the divorce was causing sleep deprivation, stress, and anxiousness. And that's true, right? He was also complaining about the clause in the bare bones agreement. Now, again, for another thing that a contract could be nullified is the fact that it overreaches what both parties intended, and both parties have to agree. Bare bones will be something like, we go into contract that you will work for me forever. The contract is too broad and too all-encompassing for those little terms to really seriously be fleshed out. So that's another indication that this wasn't a legally binding contract because, again, the anxious, the duress, also the validity of the contract. It does lead people to believe that this guy was running game on him. You met me with an incredibly complicated contract while I was acting a fool and burning down the kingdom. Usually you are a big-time business manager. You know lawyers are involved. However, you met with me for 2 times, no lawyers, nothing present, 5.4 million total for 18 months, whether you did anything or not. And it was bare bones, so it wasn't even a lot of detail in it. Anyway, they said he's complaining about the clause in the bare bones agreement that prevented St. John from being terminated for at least the first 18 months, essentially guaranteeing his bank account stayed stacked with Ye's money. The union only lasted roughly 3 months, but Kanye is appalled that St. John had the nerve to sue him for 5.4 million in the first place. Listen, it sounds like a scam. He's asking a judge not only to tear up the contract entirely, but to also force St. John to pay back the $900K he's already collected. Y'all, what do you think about this? I'm going to give you your opinion. Love or hate Kanye, he actually has a point here. People descended like wolves. People took advantage. People sued him. When everybody in the world, including his legal counsel, dropped him, people took that opportunity to sell because they thought it was an easy cash grab. Again, Ye is now in his right mind, and baby, he is lashing out. He is hitting back, and it looks like he is coming to reclaim the keys to his kingdom. Now, all this is predicated to what he comes up. If he shows up with some like literally Area 54 aliens mess, like he tried to do in season 9, you know what? Let me keep my mouth shut because there is a lot on the line. We're going to see if Yeezy actually shows out and redeems himself, because you know what they say, right? They love you when you're popping. He needs to get back popping. Kanye knows that more than anyone, okay? And you know who else knows that more than anyone? Miss Kimberly Noel Kardashian. It seems like Kim is under a lot of stress right now because people are saying that she might have written a check that her booty couldn't cash. Listen, y'all. Well, you know what? We're going to talk about this in a different video. All right? I know, don't kill me, but we'll talk about this in a different video. Don't forget, if you are in the LA area between 2 and 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, please make sure to stop by 428 at 2 to 6 p.m., stop by 923 East 3rd Street, Los Angeles, California, 90013. Don't forget, they don't really want anybody that's wearing logos, but you know what? You know Ye thrives off a vibe, so do what you want. Let me know if anybody does go and auditions. Please DM me. Let me know how it turned out, or maybe you'll be on the runway. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments, and we will continue this in a part 2. All right? Bye.